In today's news, FAHIE'S attorney seeks 10-year minimum mandatory sentence. BVI Business Banking Expo, a win-win for all. Say Less film competition winners showcase skills. Festival Village to be named in honor of culinary icon. BVI to celebrate Olympic Day with 5th Sports Festival. And the National Championships to spotlight BVI's top athletes. We have the details of this and so much more when 284 News returns.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more FAHIE. CCT FAHIE Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second, super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI, CCT FAHIE, and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. A happy Tuesday is wished to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Beginning our newscast, the attorney representing former Premier of the Virgin Islands, Andrew Foy, Teresa Van Vliet, admonished a Miami court to enforce the mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years for his involvement in a drug and money laundering scheme. Foy was convicted in February and was found guilty on multiple counts, including conspiracy to import cocaine and engage in money laundering activities. Evidence presented during the trial portrayed Foy as willingly and actively partaking in the schemes to use his political position and power, agreeing to allow the narcotics through the BVI in exchange for substantial sums of money. The arrangement was part of a sting operation involving Foy, former BVI Ports Authority Ovaline Maynard Pickering, and her son, Kadeem Maynard, conspiring with an undercover DEA agent. Foy's sentencing is now set for August in 2024 after several postponements. The motion by Foy's attorney for a lesser sentence is said to be based on what they describe as, and I quote, his limited understanding and minor role in the overall scheme. Despite the seriousness of all the charges, Foy's attorneys are arguing that, and I quote, his life's work and contribution to society, particularly in education and community service in the BVI, should be considered despite him opening up the country to the trafficking of narcotics. More to come as the story develops. At the recently held BVI Business Banking Expo, stakeholders joined forces to collaborate on how entities can work together for the betterment of the businesses in the British Virgin Islands. One such stakeholder was the BVI Chamber of Commerce. Representing the Chamber and delivering remarks was Ms. Laurelie Mercer, Events Coordinator, who spoke on the importance of such partnerships in business.
We welcome public-private collaboration such as this gathering of business leaders, entrepreneurs, banking professionals, and the public sector to explore, discuss, and shape the future of the business banking in the British Virgin Islands. As we navigate through an ever-evolving global economic landscape, the importance of robust and innovative banking solutions cannot be overstated. The BVI has a very long, dynamic, and resilient financial sector, which is continuously adapting to meet the needs of both local and international clients. Today's expo serves as a testament to our mutual commitment to fostering growth, innovation, and collaboration that empowers the small business sector with the financial tools and capital for business development.
Ms. Mercer also spoke on the importance of agencies being present and taking full advantage of the opportunities presented.
Businesses are often called the building blocks of the economy, and this year's theme for the Expo, Building Bridges to Financial Prosperity, aptly captures the essence of the goal to create a platform that encourages meaningful dialogue, shares cutting-edge insights, and showcases the latest advancements in banking technology. Again, to all the banks that are present, welcome and thank you for stepping up to the charge. I encourage all of you to actively participate in the discussions, ask questions, and network with your peers. By leveraging our collective knowledge and experience, we can develop strategies that not only enhance our banking infrastructure, but also support the broader economic development of the British Virgin Islands. The Chamber of Commerce is dedicated to supporting the business community in every way possible. We believe that by fostering a strong partnership between private sector, financial institutions, and government agencies, we can create an environment that encourages innovation, investment, and sustainable growth.
Minister for Financial Services, Labor and Trade, the Honorable Lorna Smith OBE, enthusiastically greeted participants and spoke on how the event came to fruition.
Businesses are often called the building blocks of the economy, and this year's theme for the Expo, Building Bridges to Financial Prosperity, aptly captures the essence of the goal to create a platform that encourages meaningful dialogue, shares cutting-edge insights, and showcases the latest advancements in banking technology. Again, to all the banks that are present, welcome and thank you for stepping up to the charge. I encourage all of you to actively participate in the discussions, ask questions, and network with your peers. By leveraging our collective knowledge and experience, we can develop strategies that not only enhance our banking infrastructure, but also support the broader economic development of the British Virgin Islands. The Chamber of Commerce is dedicated to supporting the business community in every way possible. We believe that by fostering a strong partnership between private sector, financial institutions, and government agencies, we can create an environment that encourages innovation, investment, and sustainable growth.
Viewers, up next, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
At Partners for Kids, your child's health and happiness are at the heart of everything we do. We've been the trusted medical home for children and adolescents up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare. With partners in occupational therapy and clinical psychology, Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Hi, my name is Judy, VI Motors Operations Assistant, and today I'm here with Ding, one of our mechanics, and we are going to show you how you can check your engine oil level, as it's an essential part in maintaining your engine's health.
First, let's pop the hood. Here's the oil dipstick. We'll pull it out, wipe it clean with a cloth, reinsert it, and pull it out again to get an accurate oil level reading. As you can see, the oil level should be between the minimum and maximum markers on the dipstick. If it's below the minimum, it's time to add some oil. Checking your oil level is simple yet a crucial task. Make sure to do it regularly to keep your engine running smoothly. And remember, if you're not sure about your vehicle's specific oil requirements, always consult your owner's manual or a professional mechanic at VI Motors. We offer a diverse range of top quality engine oils, so visit us at Dove's Bottom or our location at Parks Point, Virgin Quarter, or call us at 494-2496 or visit us on our website at www.vimotors.com.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Continuing on the local scene in the British Virgin Islands, the recently held Say Less film competition, hosted by the BVI Tourist Board and Film Commission, allowed students across the Virgin Islands to showcase their talent in creating short films. Film Commissioner Ms. Natalie Hodge, along with student winners from the competition, recently sat down with myself to speak on the success of the event and their knowledge gained.
This was an amazing event. The students who entered the competition, we saw their amazing creativity and talent. I was blown away by some of the framing, some of the shots. I think you would have spoken to Shakira earlier, yes. And she won cinematography, just excellent in terms of visualizing a concept and executing it on film for somebody having done their first film. Mm-hmm. So we were amazed. The judges and I were speaking about the productions that we saw come forward. So the night started with us showcasing films from the previous 284 Excellence competition, the winners from that yes. film in November, that competition. And then we went on to view sizzle reels, which were created by student attendees at the March Film Development Workshop. So the attendees created their sizzle reels and just like movie trailers, so we showcased those, and then we went on to present the winning films. Unfortunately, we did not showcase all the films that evening. That's something we'll work towards. Okay. But we didn't want the night to be too extended, and so we just showcased the winning films, and we presented them the awards that evening. So they received their awards, and of course, again, Amos won second place. He won Best Storytelling. It was hilarious project that he produced, and Shakira won Best Documentary, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, and then Dakari here he won. Him and Shakira actually tied for Best Editing, okay. And he also won Best Overall Film, Best Soundtrack, and Best Directing. Yeah.
Hodge also spoke about the criteria students had to meet when filming.
Right, so it was open. The genres were open. They could choose whatever genre they felt best suited their creativity. There were no specific requirements. We asked for no excessive violence, okay. Or explicit language. They had to use a smartphone or a tablet. And there were some shots the judges and I were asking, was that a phone?
Sure?
Are we sure yeah. That's a phone? So, and they confirmed, yes, it was a phone. Yes, this is my first time. So those were just the basic requirements. Wonderful. There was nothing major.
Of course, they had to present some background footage
yes.
and all that stuff.
Yes, they had to showcase
prove the work case.
Yes. Behind the scenes photos and footage to show that they were filming these films. They were open to, we allowed them to have mentorship and guidance if they needed to seek any assistance. That was fine, but they had to write the script themselves, edit, direct it. They had to create everything on their own and do the soundtrack and everything.
Mr. Dakari Wheatley Adams, the overall winner, spoke about his process and the concept creation behind his short film.
Honestly, while creating the film, I took the idea of family members fighting in the BVI specifically over land or various stuff like that. Yes. And then mixed it with, I would say, gang violence in a sense. So that's where I really came with the idea. And once I mixed it, I just went along with the process.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the entire process like for you with filming? Did you find it difficult? Was it time consuming?
It was very difficult because the main stuff that was in the film I had to film in 4 hours, and I did end up filming some other stuff on some other days, but to accommodate all the actors and my time schedule because I had CXCs and stuff like that going on. So I just had to manage my time, and I think I did good. Yes.
Right. For the full interview, visit all 284 media platforms. The 70th Virgin Islands Emancipation Festival will mark a momentous occasion with the festival village being named in honor of Lorena Loretta Jacobs Lamont, affectionately known as Raina. This announcement was made by the British Virgin Islands Tourist Board and Film Commission, celebrating Lorena's nearly 4-decade-long dedication to the festival and her significant contributions to Virgin Islands hospitality. Raina, a native of Jost Van Dyke, has been a cornerstone of the Virgin Islands Emancipation Festival, serving up local culinary delights that epitomize the spirit of Virgin Islands hospitality. Lorena's journey into the culinary world was inspired by her grandmother, Miss Keturah Martin, and her mother, Adina Hendricks, following in her grandmother's footsteps, who had a booth in Just Van Dyke. Lorena secured her own booth at the Festival Village in Roadtown in 1986. This marked the beginning of a long-standing tradition that has seen Lorena become a beloved fixture at the Festival Village. She credits her son, Glendon NJR Lamont, for boosting boot number 3 popularity, noting that they have attracted a wide audience and notable visitors, including international music artists Jada Kingdom, Beanie Man, and Morgan Heritage. Congratulations to Miss Jacobs Lamont. Up next, viewers, we have more on the local scene. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually...
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites. It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy.
That's just not cricket.
No sweat, you with CG. Remember my street dance battle against Seamus O'Leapsy? I went on to win the title Miss Irish-ish, set to perform at nursing homes around the world. Then this happened. Seamus on you, Seamus. Anyway, I was covered. Let's bounce.
Comprehensive motor cover for damage and more. CG Insurance, good like that.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. The British Virgin Islands Olympic Committee is set to host the 5th annual Free Sports Festival, celebrating Olympic Day on Saturday, June 22nd, 2024. The event is a joint collaboration with the BVI'Oc and its member national federations, the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, and the H. Lovely Stout Community College. Speaking on the event was BVI'Oc President Mr. Ephraim Penn, who noted that the sports festival is designed to showcase various sports and encourage the public to move, learn, and discover as they try out different activities that they can incorporate into their lifestyle for better fitness and health. Penn said this family-friendly event, opened to the public of all ages and abilities, will span Tortola, Virgin Gorda, Jos Van Dyke, as well as Anegada.
We're going to have quite a number of our national federations taking part. I'll just run down the list. We have archery, 3-on-3 basketball, netball, softball, squash, and that they're going to be held at the HLSCC. And then at the Brandywine Beach, we're going to also incorporate the sea activities, sailing, swimming, football, in the form of futsal, rugby, and beach volleyball.
Okay, so in other words, it will not be one central location based on the activities basically spread across the territory.
Yes, because we are trying to incorporate not only on Tortola, but also in Virgin Gorda, Anegada, and Jos Van Dyke. We have event in Anegada starting at 6:30. They're going to have a walk. Virgin Gorda, the same thing, and in Jos Van Dyke starting at 6:30, the same thing also. And in addition, we're going to have at the HLSCC at 6:30 1 mile, 2 mile, and a 5K event for all ages. So we're going to have a full set of activities catering to all sizes, all ages in the community.
President Penn also noted that this year's celebration is particularly special as it marks the 40th anniversary of the Virgin Islands' first appearance at the Olympic Games. He said as part of the festivities, the Olympic Committee will honor those athletes who participated in the first Games.
We committed in 1984 in Los Angeles, and now we're going into Paris 2024. And what's exciting even more about that is that we had two sports in Los Angeles, sailing and athletics. And by the luck of the draw, you know, somebody would say we set it up, but we didn't. By the luck of the draw, we have athletics and sailing to celebrate our 40th anniversary of competing at the Olympics. And while I mentioned the 40th, I can't mention without calling some of the names who competed at our first Olympics in 1984. I'm going to start off with the first name that's sitting right here, Lyndon Chef Hodge, Guy Hill, Dean Greenaway, and Jerry Molyneux in athletics. And in sailing, we had Dr. Robin Tattersall, Elbert Myers, Keith Thomas, Keith Barker, and the late Peter Barker. So they're the ones who have set the foundation for where we are now, where we're heading into another Olympics with high hopes and aspiration as to how well we'll do.
President Penn, who is also the Regional Vice President of the Commonwealth Games Federation, spoke on just how persons can be a part of the upcoming event.
We just want people to show up. The opening ceremony starts at 9 and the event runs until 2 in the afternoon. So you show up at 9, we have a short opening ceremony of half an hour to 45 minutes, and then you can quickly get a go at any of the sports mentioned earlier and try your luck and try your skill, and hopefully you'll fall in love with a sport and you can start practicing that, you know, and then who knows where it would end up.
And just as you would have mentioned, the opening ceremony, I do know you would have mentioned several different locations. Will the opening ceremony be happening at each of these locations?
No, but the opening ceremony to honor the athlete, the participant in the first Olympics for us would be at HLSCC. The others would have just registration, sign up, get a t-shirt, and go on and come have some fun.
Chef de Mission Tahisha Harrigan-Scott will attend the Olympic Day celebrations, providing updates on the preparations for games. VI designer Kristen Fraser will unveil the opening ceremony wear for the BVI team at Paris 2024. Now, attendees will also have the opportunity to receive Olympic Day t-shirts and enjoy Coca-Cola products, including Dasani water and Powerade. The 2024 National Youth and Senior Championships are set to take place this weekend at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Grounds, featuring some of the British Virgin Islands' top athletes who will return to the territory to compete in their respective disciplines. The event, which runs from June 21st to the 22nd, promises to be a highlight in the local athletic calendar, bringing together national record holders and Olympians. In a recent interview with 284 Media, General Secretary of the BVI Athletics Association, Mrs. Stephanie Russ Penn, shared insights about the upcoming championships and the athletes who will be participating. Among the notable names are Olympians Chantal Malone and Eldred Henry, along with Deja Hodge, Ricoy Brathwaite, Beyonce DeFreitas, Jamon Gums, and Jaleel Kroll. Russ Penn detailed the schedule for the championships, noting that field events will commence on Friday, while the opening ceremony and track events will take place on Saturday.
So we have some field events that are going to happen on Friday the 21st, starting around 5 o'clock. So we're going to have hammer, high jump, and we've just made a decision to add javelin to the events that are going to happen. And then we have all the other events on Saturday. They will start around 3, but we're going to have a brief opening at 2. So we'll be here basically from 2 o'clock into the evening. In terms of who's going to be here, well, we have several athletes that are away in college, and a lot of our collegiate athletes have made their way home. And then in terms of our senior athletes, they are making their way home. So we're absolutely going to have Ricoy here, we're going to have Jaleel here, we're going to have Beyonce, Eldred, Adeja, and the slew of other college athletes that have been away and already in gearing. Some of them have already been home and participated in the Patrick Harrigan relays, and now everybody's been gearing up for national championships.
This year's national championships are not only a key event within the BVI Olympic Committee's Olympic Day festival, but also serves as a qualifier for the upcoming Paris Olympic Games. Athletes who meet the Olympic qualifying standards in their disciplines will have the opportunity to compete on the world stage in Paris. For those who fall just short of the Olympic qualification standards, a recently implemented ranking system offers potential pathway to Games. Russ Penn explained that this system benefits athletes whose performance are close to the qualifying mark.
What you find is in the sport of athletics specifically, there's been a new pathway where a lot of the athletes have the opportunity to qualify two ways. You can qualify by qualifying outright. There's usually qualification standards, and once you hit the standard and you're one of the two athletes that your country will allow to compete, because more than two people can hit the standard, you then would go to the event. And then you have those who are now put into a ranking system, and that ranking system is usually based on 3 performances that are averaged, and those performances give you a score, and the score is used to rank you globally. And usually what will happen is if you don't meet the quota, because a lot of these major games and championships are now using quotas, which means we're only going to have 48 people in the 100, we're only going to have 16 people in the hammer, so to speak. So if they do not make their quota by persons outright qualifying, they then go to the ranking system. And they start going from person to person based on country. So if your country already has 2, they automatically will take the next person from your country out of the ranking system, and then individuals would move up based on country representation. And so we're finding that that pathway is really allowing for athletes who have not otherwise qualified to still make it to a major games. And so we are hopeful that if we don't have outright qualifications within the next 2 weekends, because the qualification period ends next week for athletics, that there will be those who will make it in on the ranking system.
Among those who would likely qualify for the Olympics through this ranking system is Roquois Brathwaite, who his recent performance have shown much promise.
And we're looking forward to that because we have some athletes that have excellent chances of making it through the ranking system if they don't outright qualify. For example, Roquois in the 100 meters, he's in an excellent position within the rankings, and you don't have the maximum quota of persons having already qualified for the games. And so every country is watching the ranking system, and it changes from week to week. Every Wednesday they do an update, and as people are competing, you're seeing the changes. But he's very comfortable, and so for me, I am really believing he's going to absolutely make it no matter what. We have some other athletes who are on the bubble, like for example Adeja and Beyonce in the 200 meters. They're right outside the quota number, which is also linked to the ranking system. And so if they're able to bring their rank up, and then when the qualification period ends, they're still in the ranking, then the opportunity will be there. And then we're hopeful that as of next week, Chantel will be in the ranking system.
284 Media also caught up with Jaleel Kroll, who revealed that he will be competing in the 100 meters and the 200 meters and the 4x100 meter relay. He spoke about his closest rivals within the event.
For the 100, Roquois, I would say right now, Mikel Basu and Wanya Bell. But Wanya told me he's not doing the 100, so in the 200, he's the one in the 200. I'm not sure about anybody else. Just me and him, yeah.
They don't battle between you and Wanya.
Yeah.
And viewers, that is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284 Media, and like us on Facebook at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and Twitter. Not forgetting, of course, our WhatsApp channel where you can receive daily updates. I'm Ron Grant. Have a beautiful rest of the day. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Goodbye.